Hi, this is Lynne Jacob of MLJ Coaching International, back at you to continue the story about buffer days. When I'm working with my clients on strategy number 2, which is map out the route, planning time for business developments, then what we're talking about there is really all around time management. So if you've been watching my earlier videos, you're hearing me talking about how you cannot manage time. It's about prioritizing your activities. I help people chunk time into their agendas so that if they're working on their business development, for example, it might be for 1 hour every Thursday morning, or 2 hours every Thursday morning, or whatever works for you. But the thing is that we have to first start by imagining that there are only 3 categories of days in the year. 365 days. You can't get any more out of a year than I can. It's the same as 24 hours in every day. You've got the same number of hours. So you've got these 365 days. What you want to do is you want to categorize them into just 3 categories. That's it. Free time, focus time, and buffer time. Put your free time in first. If you don't, you might not get it. By putting it in first, it's very clear to tell your customers, to tell your family, whomever else, what it is you're doing at those particular times during the year. So when a really nice job comes to you and you're just so tempted to take it, and you look at your agenda and like, wow, I'm on vacation during those 2 weeks, then it's pretty easy to say, well, we'll take vacation another time. So you don't want to do that. When you put your time into your free time into your agenda, you want to step into making the commitment right then and there to hold yourself accountable. That's strategy number 3 on follow through. But coming back to the free time, we get that into our agenda. And we make a commitment with the people we're going to be spending our time with, by buying tickets, whatever it takes for you to make that commitment. Number 2 is the focus time. Get that focus time into your agenda as well. And what is the focus time? That's when you're making money. That's when you're doing the work that you do for which you get paid. Now, included in that focus time, you need to be looking at buffer time. So that's the 3rd category, right? Buffer time. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Buffer time is something that a lot of people don't spend, and they allow it to cut into their focus time, or they allow it to cut into their free time. So buffer activities are things like dealing with a friggin' credit card that hasn't worked ever since I got it. So I haven't been accumulating points to fly down and see my babies. Like probably 5,000 points I've lost out on. So is that going to be a priority for me when the wonderful person who was helping me get through this today at the bank was talking about, all you need to do is you need to do this and do this. And I said, do you think that's going to be a priority? But I'll have my VA take care of it. So the thing is that we have things like this come up, things that we have no control over. My credit card didn't work. I could not get it fixed, or I could spend some time in buffer time to do it. Another thing that may be a buffer time activity in your business, one of my clients asked me, so where do I fit in recruiting and interviewing people for the jobs, the candidates, etc. Well, at the size of his business, he doesn't do it very frequently. That would be something that he would want to fit into his buffer time. What else would you put into buffer time? Well, things like organizing your office. I've recently hired a personal assistant to do some data entry and get some business cards entered into our database and get my bookkeeping entries done and that sort of thing. So she's also, by doing this, helping me clear the clutter in my office. That also is buffer time. When I have enough support to keep all these things, all these systems running smoothly, then things won't get backlogged. They won't back up. So what you need to do is you need to look at what are the buffer type of activities that are getting backlogged in your business, that are backing up and they're piling up and it's making such a mess because it weighs heavily on your shoulders. Well, let me tell you, since having this new personal assistant in my office helping me clean things up, I feel so much lighter, so much so that I've had a couple of me days this week, one of which I had to share with some buffer time. So if you want some more information on free days, time for yourself falls into free days, on focus days, on buffer days, or buffer time. You may only need a half a day each month. You may need a half a day each week, whatever it is. If you want more information on that, give me a call. Lynne Jacob, MLJ Coaching International, where I help people like you get the fun back and prepare for retirement by taking lots more time off today, all while you watch more profits simply flow in the back door. Have fun.